back to my channel, Join Life. This is Doris from Silos Art and Design. Today I'm going to unbox this wonderful 36 color watercolor with you, and it's from Mission Gold. So for the gold line, that is the artist gray color, and there are 36 7mm tubes in this box, and also there is a palette, and you can see on this picture. So let's take a look. So on the back, there's like all the color information here, and I actually before, like, I didn't open it, but then I saw here it says magenta gold color, and the number here is 1536, MWCP 1536. And I was wondering about that because what I ordered was not really 1536. It was actually 7036 instead. So so when I get this box, I just want to make sure, because I knew that I won't have time to open it yet with you guys. So I just want to make sure that I receive the right item. So I peeled off the sticker and I saw it says MWCP 7036 here. So I think it may be due to when they are launched in different places, they may have different number. And this Mission Gold is made in Korea, and so in the US the number is 7036, and maybe in Asian countries it's 1536. I'm not sure, like I am just guessing here, but anyway, like it means the same thing. So I got it on Amazon, and it was basically the same price all over for a while. And I think in the last video I told you guys that my husband actually got some Amazon gift card sent to him, and he gave it to me, and that was why I decided to order this set. I've wanted to try it for a while, but in the past when I got it, I actually got the single pigment set instead of this one. But the palette is really wonderful, I've heard, and it's a no-brainer to get this because the palette itself is like $20–30 already, and the whole set I believe is like around $70. So it's totally worth the money. So let's see. And it comes with those boxes of colors. They're all in here. Fantastic. So we can open that and we can set it up, and there are some brochures in here. Here, 5 keywords in different languages. Interesting. So let's look at the English one. Here. Nope. Nope. Okay. So, it doesn't seem like they have the English version here. Very interesting. But because I can read Chinese, I can still tell you what it says. The first one is about night fastness. So that is, if you are not sure what it is yet, that is if you put it out under the sun, will the color fade? If not, if they are more resistant to fading, that is having a higher light fast weight. And they have strong pigment, and I've used Mission Gold before, and I really like them because they actually is very interesting. Because if normally for watercolor, if you use it and then when you wait till it's dry, the color tend to be a little bit lighter. But for Mission Gold, they stay pretty much the same. I won't say for every single color because I didn't like compare it that way for every single color, but it tends to stay pretty much the same. So that is something very interesting about Mission Gold. And we wet really easily. I believe that is what it's saying. And is all the ingredients are natural, and also there's no heavy metal, is healthy and good for the environment. So those are the 5 keywords that they want you to have that is not in English. And I think it makes sense because this set probably it was shipped directly from Korea, and probably it was meant to be sold in other countries, but not in the US. So let's see. Here, this is English, and maybe that is why, because it's English here. Why did I look at this first? So anyway, it pretty much say exactly the same thing as I said before, and you can see that it's really, really pretty. It has all the colors, and I think they have like 120 colors that is available for all the sets. Yeah, 126 watercolors, and all the information is here. And the night fastness ranging from 5 stars, extremely light fast, to less light fast. So that is 1 star. And the series is the price group is from A to H. And there are some transparencies. And this one is quite interesting because it has, maybe I can zoom in a little bit later, transparent, semi-transparent, semi-opaque, and opaque. And a lot of colors actually don't have that. They don't have 4 categories. Some of them have only 3, and staining or non-staining or semi. So okay, so enough of that. Let us set this up. So what I plan to do is I will simply use the same order as it comes in the set, because usually watercolors come in pretty much the same way, according to my experience, and I'm so used to that already. So I'm going to just set it up that way. I'm not going to squeeze a lot out, just because I want to test it first to see if I really like it. I'm going to keep it, or am I going to, give it to a friend, or whatever. So we'll see what happens here. So I'm going to speed the video up so you can see the process, but you won't be bored to death. As you can probably see, I messed it up already because this should go here, but it is okay. As you can see, there are 36 wells in this palette, and this is really, really sturdy. I don't know if you can hear it. It is really sturdy. So so far I like it, and but I don't know yet. And the middle wells are really, really big, so I don't think I'll have any problem of mixing any color and finishing a painting, even like a bigger watercolor painting on this palette. And there are still more mixing space here as well, so there are tons of mixing space for you. So that is pretty good. And it seems to me, when I open it, it's pretty airtight. I won't say it's 100% airtight, but it seems to be pretty tight when I close it. So definitely, once it's dry, after you put it in, once the color is dry, you can definitely take them on your trip, and there will be no problem at all. And you do not have to bring all those colors because that will be really heavy. But like if I weight it here, it's almost like nothing, although it is really, really sturdy. You see that, even if I press it like that, it won't bend or anything. So that is really, really good. Before I did this unboxing video, I was looking at the back for more information, and that is how I get all those pigment information to put on my swatch cards to be ready for this video. And I find that 2 of the pigments are actually only having 2 stars for the light fastness, and that is to be expected for some of the colors. And here is the bright opera. That is the one that I just put here. And also the bright clear violet, which I will be doing next. Not this one, but the one coming up. And I want to be fair to this brand, and that is pretty common for those colors to be less light fast, even for other brands. So that is kind of to be expected. But as you can see here, the color is really vibrant, and I bet even when I swatch it, it will be really vibrant, just because Mission Gold had that tendency to be more vibrant, and some people really love it because it's very interesting to use, and it brings more interest to your painting, and the color is so saturated, and that tends to be more like the case for a lot of Asian colors. I guess there is like the cultural difference as well on how you use the watercolor, and the Asian watercolors tend to be a little bit more opaque, although for this set they are not so opaque. Like the majority of them are just transparent. Not a lot of them are totally opaque at all. I don't think there's any that is totally opaque. Oh, there are three actually. 4, 5. Okay, I take it back. There are 5 of them are more opaque, but still, because for some Asian watercolors, a lot of them are really opaque. So if you want to, you can try it out. If you don't have any Mission Gold color, and if you don't care about the palette at all, I will still recommend the single pigment sets, because single pigment is easier to use, because even when you mix it, you won't make mud. If you know the color, they are using multiple pigment to make the color already, like some of the colors in this set. I think there are 14, if I remember correctly. 14 of them are single pigment still. So that is pretty good for this set, especially for the price. But others, they may have mixed 2 or 3 colors in there. So if they have 2 or 3 pigments in that color already, and you mix some more onto into one color, you may make mud. So that is something to be aware of. And I guess for me, if I were you, if I'm getting this set, I will totally cut a smaller piece of paper, or even like any size you want that can fit in here, to do a little swatch, so then you know which color goes which way, and you would know what they look like, because some of them are pretty dark, especially I'm guessing when they're dry, it will be even darker, and you won't be able to tell just by looking at the color itself. It will be really, really hard. And you don't want to wait till you put on, you don't want to waste it, basically. If you keep having to try it on this piece of paper and then wash your brush, and that is not the color yet that you're looking for, then you're wasting the pigment. You don't want to do that, because although this set is not too bad, but still, I don't like wasting any art material. That's all. So if you can do that, that would be great. That will be really, really helpful. And usually what I do is, because I sell my paintings, so I don't want to use some of the colors that are not as light fast, especially if I'm doing a commissioned piece. And so what I would do is, usually on that piece of watercolor that I put in here, I will mark down which color is not light fast. And sometimes I even mark it on the palette, depending on what it is. For example, for my white light set, I even mark it on the palettes, and to remind myself, that one is not that light fast, don't use it if you can. But sometimes I don't know. I just feel like that is being responsible to my clients, and that's why I don't use it. But then at the same time, sometimes I feel like maybe that is a good thing, because when the color fades, that actually tells you, oh, there's some history to this painting. It may not be painted lately. That may, must be like some history behind it, and what was the story, and it get people thinking, right? So sometimes that is very interesting as well. But of course, you don't want to paint that, give it to your clients, and then a few months later they are telling you, oh no, they don't look the same, the painting don't look the same anymore. I don't like it. Like, why did you use that color? Or whatever. You don't want to get those kind of complaints, and you want to give them the freedom of putting the painting anywhere after they buy it, right? Even under the sunlight. So yeah. But usually I recommend them putting it in a framed. Where if you want to frame the watercolor, you should really have the mat to go with it, because it shouldn't be touching the glass. But then having the glass will be good. So usually what I do is I may or may not, depending on what they are getting, I if I can, I will put the mat in there as well. So then to make sure that there's a mat that go with it. But depends, because sometimes they just want to frame it themselves. Then of course, then I will remind them to get one that is with the mat. So it seems like I'm pretty much almost done. It's quick. So all right, so let's try the color out. I will put on some music and you can look at me swatching the colors. So I feel like the color in this set is quite interesting because um, despite all my mistakes, okay, it seems like there are some colors that are not exactly the same as what we normally would expect from other sets of watercolor. And so I strongly recommend that you swatch your own color, or at least, I will also have the high resolution swatches on my website. Maybe, go there and look. Um, and swatch it out before you use it, so then you are not just going by the name and grab the wrong color for your picture. You don't want to do that. So I'm almost done with the swatches, and I just want to give you my first impression while I do the rest of it. As always, it is really pigmented, and I always feel like, I don't know if it's my own bias, but I feel like Mission Gold, first of all, is high quality, and the price is good because it's in Korean color, and so I guess things there may be a little bit more inexpensive, more affordable. So the value is good for the set. And they tend to have a lot of different reds. As you can see, they have many, many different types of reds, which may annoy some people, if they don't use that much red at all, then they may feel like there's no use for all those kind of reds. It's the same thing with the single pigment set. Some people complain that there may be too many reds for them to use. But I always feel like if you like to paint flowers and the nature, it is a really good set because they have a lot of reds. They have a lot of different shades of greens, as you can see here, and even browns. So they have many colors that you can use, and the value is good, and it's really pigmented. So let me finish it up, and then I am going to arrange it in a way that you can see all the colors, and then I'll tell you some more. And after this, I may, because this is this will be a long video, so I don't want to reveal it on the same video. But after that, I'm going to do some paintings with the set, and then I'll let you know what I think of it. So far, so good. So far, I really like it. And as I said, the pigment is really always very nice. And I'll see if it's the same case for this set because it's not single pigmented, but I think so. Peeking through here on my stack of the dry ones, I would think so. Oh, another thing that I want to tell you is that a lot of these colors are pretty, either they are staining or highly staining, or semi, I should say. So I really want to warn you on that, and that is why I always use another piece of paper underneath, so it won't stain my desk. So that is one thing to be careful about. So yeah, just want to tell you that. So let me finish with the size swatches, and I'll be back. So I'm trying to arrange it so that you can see all the colors. I may not be able to do it just because there are too many colors for you to see. But anyway, I am going to have a high resolution of the image of all the colors on my website. So you can definitely take a look on that. And I am just going to overlap the last one. So then you can at least take a peek and see what they look like. You may not be able to see all the colors, but I will try. So as you can see, it is really, really vibrant, and some people may not like it just because it may look more like fake, not as natural. But it really depends on what you're painting and how much paint you are using. Because I've used Mission Gold before, and I really like it. I really enjoy using it for some paintings. It really depends on what you are painting. And yes, the colors are really more fake or more cartoon-like, almost like it is very interesting. However, you can still mix it, and you can still use layers instead of like set down a really saturated color layer. Instead of that, if you make it more transparent and make it work better, it will work really well as well.
As you can see, I did a painting with this set of color. Do I like it? Yes, and especially the green and the brown, I really like how I can mix certain things together to make really, really nice colors. I was worried that because it's not single pigment, maybe it would be easy for me to mix mud. But not really. That was not the case, and it is not as opaque as I thought it would be as well. So this is really good, and I enjoyed using it. So if you want a set with the palette, get this set because of the price point and because it's so affordable with the palette, and the palette is really good, really sturdy. If you don't care about the palette at all, get the single pigment set because that set the colors are a little bit better, although this set is really good, but that set is a little bit better. So that is my review for the set. I am going to upload the high resolution of the swatches onto my website. So if you are interested, check it out. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching till the end. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye now.